Sunshine on a cloudy day. That's what we have today. We have Tyler Parrish here, one of the best abstract artists in this side of the world. Hey, talking about worlds, what do we have here?
That's Blue Comets. That's one of my newest pieces that I've done. I finished that about 2 weeks ago.
Hey,
So,
folks, on a rainy day, it's nice to have a blue comet in your backyard. And this fellow here, Tyler Parrish, has done some outstanding work. He has a website that will blow your mind away and send you to a beautiful, peaceful place, a place of understanding, a place of growth, a place of love. Tyler Parrish, welcome to my show.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you
It's a
being
pleasure
here
being
too.
here.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad you're here. Tyler, can you tell us something about what inspired you? Were you always an artist, or did you just become an artist in the last few years?
I've pretty much been painting my whole life. I've always painted in school and kind of in my own time. I've been into drawing and painting and whatnot. But over the past few years, I've really gotten into it. It's really grown as something that I enjoy doing, and it's a very, like you said, a very peaceful, freeing experience. It's like meditating for me. I paint. I take out my paints on my canvas, and I just get into that flow for a while, that creative flow, and it's very relaxing for me, and it's something that over the years I've given pieces away to people, and I've invited people to take a look at my gallery, and I'm finally starting to get my stuff out there to the public. People like your viewers or anybody that's interested in taking a look.
Yes, let's take another look at one of his works of art. We'll go from what we have here is Blue Comets. Let's take a look at the Blue Sea Purple Sky.
Yeah, it's Blue Sea Purple Sky. Yeah. That's a piece I did about 4 years ago. All my paintings are acrylic paint over canvas, and that's kind of like an abstract view of a sky and an ocean. It's almost like a dreamscape or something. I tried to make something that was realistic and that was definitely a representation of something from nature, but at the same time was abstract, and that it wasn't perfect. I don't try and paint a perfect picture of an ocean or a perfect picture of a sky. I try and capture the energy of the ocean or the energy of the sky and the movement of it and the colors that are in it more than the literal forms and lines that are actually what you're looking at when you look at an ocean.
I love going to the beach, but the beach has come to us today, folks. But hey, did you grow up around the beach?
I did, yeah. I grew up down in Rhode Island, in Jamestown, Rhode Island, and I lived there until I was about 13 years old, and I've always been into going on the boat and going swimming in the ocean, and I used to spend a lot of time snorkeling and swimming under the ocean, so I think the ocean and marine life and just the movement of the water and the colors of the water and everything, it definitely played a role in how I paint and the colors I use and the movements and whatnot that I try and capture in my paintings.
Blue Sea Purple Sky, folks. Now, do you do some of this work with music playing? Do you play music?
I do, yeah. I'd say 99% of the time I got music playing, Occasionally I'll wake up in the morning and I'll just start painting really before I do anything. Just kind of spur of the moment. I wake up and I like to get into it. So occasionally then I might not have music playing, but 90% of the time I got my music up loud and I'm by myself and I'm just it's a very calming thing for me. It's like I said, I compared it to meditating. It's kind of it's a time to get away from the things you gotta do and anything going on in your life and really just focus on the art and the feeling and just kind of let go. It's a time to unplug from everything that's kind of going on and just like I said, it's a freedom, a time of freedom, or however you might want to describe it.
Beautiful. Let's take a look at another work of art here, folks. Let's see, Erupt. Let's see if we can capture that up there. Erupt.
Erupt. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that it reminds them of a volcano or lava rushing down a volcano. To me, it looks something like that, like fire or.
Yes.
Like I said, when I paint, more than trying to make a painting that looks like something, or I try and just capture the energy of something, the way the fire might make you feel, or the movement of it, and just the explosion, or like I said, the energy behind it.
Yes. For you folks who are tuning in, getting turned on to The volcano within my guest is filled with the fire of love and the spirit of great intelligence to create these wonderful works of art. We're here talking today on Sunshine All Around the World about abstract artist Tyler Parrish. Now, Tyler, your mother, your father, were they influential in your life? Did they have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Were they talented in the art world?
Yeah, absolutely. My father's an architect, and my mother does a lot of interior decorating, interior design, and that sort of thing. So they're both, their minds both lean toward the creative realm and
I'd say so.
colors and spatial relationships and whatnot. So
Interesting.
I'm sure that's where I get some of it from. And as a kid, I always watched them. But I think a lot of my painting comes from just I don't know. I think a lot of it, like I said, I get it from nature. I try and mimic things that you might see in the sky or in the ocean or something like that. You know, things that so when you look at it, it's familiar to your mind, but it's not definitely something you've seen before. You know.
So in art, when we're learning about art, does it make us a better person if we're connecting in the right way? Does it do something for you to become more loving and gentle and sensitive?
I'm not sure. I'd say that it definitely makes me more peaceful. You know, it's and I love when I finish a piece and being able to share it with people. I love being able to see how the kind of reaction that they get or what they might see in a painting. You know, I don't know. I think it definitely makes you slow down for a little bit. You know, when I paint, you know, it's whether I'm painting for a few hours at a time or whatever. It's just it's a time where you slow down and. I think everybody needs something like that in their life, you know. I think everybody needs to, whether it's painting or dancing or drawing or scuba diving, or there needs to be a time where you kind of unplug from society and unplug from your ego and the things going on around you and your schedule and your cell phone and just just kind of take care of your soul and your spirit for a while, you know. And that's what I do when I paint. And a lot of times when I'm painting, I'm not really thinking about. I'm not really thinking about the feeling that it's going to give the viewer or the feeling that it's going to portray. I really just do it for myself when I'm painting. You know, I go in there and I pick whatever colors feel good to me at the moment or whatever colors look good to me. And, you know, depending on the mood that I'm in or what's going on, how the day is, you know, a lot of different factors depends how I paint. And, you know, I think it's a time for me where I can just relax. And
what image is this called?
That is called The Gold Lady. It's a little bit hard to see on the screen. That's a very textured piece I have. It's a gold background with black sand over it. It's a gel I use with a piece of black sand in it, and that goes over the top, and it all kind of trickles down. And somewhere in the middle of it, you see a woman materializing. You know.
Yes, I can see that. Now, I've heard from others and from yourself that you're able to cleverly conceal the image within it. You have an idea and you've taken, sort of like you take realism and you shroud it in abstract beauty.
Yeah, I'd say it's something like that. I'd say that, for me, it's not really, for me, when I paint, it's never been about trying to capture a flower with the exact lines and the exact detail and everything like that. I think that's a beautiful form of art. But it's not what I do. I don't know. I get more into, like I said, just the colors and the feeling that it gives you. And in some of my paintings that I do like that, I try and blend the image in there, a realistic image, whether it's of a lady or a palm tree or a landscape. It's like the purple.
I've never heard of this style before.
Well,
I've never heard of this style. I mean, I've read about abstract art in different books, and I've never come across this particular fascinating way of expressing your artistic skill.
I'm glad you like.
Yes, here we have the old lady. Let's see what Green Angel looks like.
Yeah, that's one of my larger pieces, Green Angel. That's strictly a white background with just the turquoise and the green over the top of it. And that's a very big painting. I think that's about 4 feet by 5 feet. It's sweeping. It's up in somebody's house in Florida right now, actually.
So now, for those folks who are tuning in, just to give a little know-how or knowledge about abstract art is art that is not an accurate representation of a form or an object. It's not an accurate. But here we have You know, we have this beautiful green angel subtly present within the cosmic nebulous imagery that you created with your colors. And you know, his technique is original. His technique is very interesting. If you want to contact him, please write down this phone number and check out his website, which is a marvelous gallery. I've looked at it
Thank
a
you.
number of times, and here it is, folks. Go to www.tylerparish.org, 617-281-0910.
Yep.
Tyler, can you tell us about what's going on in these days with your work?
Sure.
Is there any place that we could go to locally that we
Yeah.
can see your work being displayed
Absolutely.
for real?
First, my biggest collection of images that you can see is my online gallery. Like you said, you go to www.tylerparish.org, and I have about 90% of my pieces, and I have new stuff that goes up there every day as I finish it and take pictures of it and put it online.
Interesting.
And after that, there is a store in Needham called Quintessential Decor. This is a woman that I met through the internet. She discovered my website and she contacted me, and she was interested in putting some of my pieces at her store. So her store is Quintessential Decor. It's 932 Great Plain Ave in Needham, Mass. And if you would like to know when you can go by there, or if you'd like to know what pieces of my collection I have there, you can feel free to give me a call. It's 617-281-0910. And like I said, if you check back frequently with my website, I'm always putting up new paintings, and I'll have new information as far as the project that I'm doing. I'm trying to get a gallery showing down in Florida right now, and I also have other things that might be opening up soon in Boston. So
Gallery showing in Miami?
yeah, I'm trying to go down to Florida right now.
All right.
And spend about a month or two down there and try and rent an art space and just put up my own pieces and have my own kind of show over there where I can invite people to come and in my kind of environment and take a look at my work, you know.
Great balls of fire.
Yeah, that's Green Balls of Fire. That's a zoomed in version. That's a piece that I did. It's actually in Rhode Island. My mother has that at her house, and I don't know, I call it that. You know, I have to give them all a name. One of the things I like about my paintings is that they look like something different to every viewer that looks at them. And a lot of people tell me they see different things in them, or they get different feelings, and I don't really like labeling them, because then you kind of direct the person's mind to what you want them to see in the painting, and I'm not really in it for that. I think a big part of my paintings is letting the viewer come in and look at it and kind of take whatever feeling it gives them. And
Tyler Parrish was going to be down in Florida this week, but he said, hey, I like to go on the
yeah,
Sunshine All Around the World program, so he canceled his flight down to Florida so he could be here with us to show us this wonderful work and many other works today.
I appreciate you reaching out to me.
Yes.
It's very, very nice to have me on your show. And
Yes, and can you take this image here, or an image like this, and can you paint it on a wall inside someone's house?
yes, I could. Depending on the wall and the space, and I mean, I could do it definitely. Like I said, a lot of the paintings that I do are very big. They're 3 feet by 4 feet, or 4 feet by 5 feet. So a lot of the paintings that I have will go good on a large hallway or a large bedroom with an empty wall, you know.
Yes, now this image here is Jupiter. I could see this. We can't see the full image in its totality, folks, but we can see most of it. And what we're seeing is the great planet of Jupiter. And imagine having this inside your bedroom, you know, an image like that there. How much would an image like that cost? How much, about how much would that cost?
That one,
in your room, saying like about 4 or 5 feet high by 4 or 5
Yeah,
feet wide.
that one right there is about 2 feet wide. That one would go for about 1,200 or 1,500, something like that. I don't have set prices for all my paintings. A lot of times, as I do them, that's one of the hardest things to figure out, is setting a price and giving something a name to something that is 100% creativity and 100% just spontaneous, you know. And it's you know, I get a great amount of money, and I still wouldn't feel good giving away my artwork.
But
at the same time, I like to share it with everybody, you know.
But say someone has a playroom.
Yes.
They want to have this image here
Yes.
put up there. They want to have the full beauty of Jupiter
Right.
there. Now, say it's gonna be 5 feet wide by 5 feet high.
Right.
You can do it.
Yeah.
$3,000-4,000?
Definitely, yep. About $3,000 or $4,000, you know.
That's fair. Very
Yeah.
fair price.
Yeah.
You're an outstanding artist. You deserve it. And they would be thrilled to have that. I think a lot of people would love to have that inside their playroom.
Yeah, it really depends.
You
You
know?
know, there's a lot of factors that go into it. its size, it's how long it takes me, but most important is how special the painting is to me when I'm finished with it. A lot of my larger paintings, some of them sell for less than some of my smaller paintings with the more detail. Or that's one right there, I call that nucleus. Again, that painting itself is about a half-inch thick off the canvas. It's got a gel that goes over it with all kinds of cracks running through it, and
Yes.
the paint is actually suspended in the gel that's on top of the canvas, you know.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So,
it's kind of humorous. The
like
way
I
you
said,
stare at it, it's kind of
yeah,
fun to see.
but like I said, you know, it's I try and mimic patterns you see in nature. You know, that could be a cell, it could be a cross section of a tree.
I could see that inside
could be
police
anything.
headquarters.
Yeah. Okay.
This would be in police headquarters, you know, or what, you know, or facing the person who's behind bars.
Right.
Right. Pretty cool. Yeah, you got a pretty cool mind there. And we're going to Oceanic. Let's go to Oceanic.
Yeah, that's Oceanic Inferno.
Interesting. I notice you have a theme. You have themes of like the power of light and love, and you also have inner turmoil and frustration in
Well,
some of them.
I mean, my mind in general, you know, I read a lot of books and I like to, I don't know, I'm very just into the nature of things and the way the world works and kind of what goes on behind the scenes of life, you know what I mean? Not so much the things that you see, but the energy behind the things you see and the interactions and the connectedness of all of us in the world and everything, you know. And when I do my paintings, it's, that's part of what's so exciting about it for me is that when I paint, a lot of these paintings, when I do them, they're on the ground and they're 100% wet. And I'm putting the painting on them and I'm making the paint go different directions and whatnot. And it's,
Red Dark Sky.
yeah, that's Red Sea, Dark Sky, yep.
Oh boy,
That's
wow,
a bigger
that's
piece.
intense.
Yeah, it's a bigger piece. It's got a lot of depth to it. It looks like you're looking out at a choppy ocean or something, a stormy ocean with the black clouds and
Yes,
know.
yes. It looks like the person who's on that there is in trouble too.
Yeah.
That's the vision.
Yeah, it's not.
The dark symbols, the dark images there. The person is looking at it and thinking, "Uh-oh, am I going to get out of this storm
Yeah,
or not?"
it's not a very appealing landscape. You know, it's not.
No.
It doesn't look like a place you want to be. But
Yes, I feel like looking at this would be like being in downtown New Orleans when Katrina hit.
yeah, you're not kidding.
You know,
You're not kidding.
the tsunami when it came barreling through. You know, through the Pacific Rim there.
Do you have Sea of Souls? Do you see that over there? I don't know if you
Sea of Souls. Let's see if we can see of
I have
Souls.
a painting called Sea
Yes.
of Souls.
Oh yeah, let's see.
I have
Sea
a lot of
Souls.
people tell me that reminds them of the tsunami and just the wave rushing in and
Oh yeah.
the black wave on the bottom rushing in, and then it's
Yeah.
got all the spirits or something in the sky that seems to be kind of moving upward. You know, a lot of people tell me that reminds them of the tsunami.
Yes. Now, what is hope?
What is hope? Isn't that a good question? I don't know. I think it's something that everybody needs, definitely, you know.
It's difficult sometimes
Yeah, absolutely.
to see hope when you're down on your knees and you're struggling. And you have a cross on your back or crosses and you're crying, and it's difficult. I think hope is the love of God, the Creator, working through people, like your mother and father.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
helping each other, helping you, you're helping them.
Absolutely.
You know, it brings light, it brings healing, a little bit of light, a little bit of love. And when you look at this here image here, even though there's disaster underneath, there's hope up above.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's the way the world is. You know, it's the world isn't good or bad. It's balanced. You know, and that's the way nature is. And if there's one lesson you can learn from nature, that things work in a balance. You know.
And this image here, this abstract art by Tyler Parrish is called?
I call that Miami only because it's got the colors that you see a lot down in Miami, and I spend a lot of time down there. I've been going on vacation down there for years, and I'm trying to get my artwork going down there now. So that painting right there, just the wild movement of it and the fire and the pink and the blue, that just reminds me of my time down in Miami.
You know, Jackson Pollock was a great abstract artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
He became suddenly famous.
Absolutely.
You know, he worked hard at it, but then all of a sudden it was something that just paid off for him, and he was able to live it up a little bit too much, though.
Yeah.
But he was able to go on and do great works with his skill. You know,
Right.
and I see greatness in your skill.
Well,
And, you know, I can only ask people to come and to check out his works locally at this wonderful place called Quintessential Decor at 932 Great Plain Avenue, not in Cambridge, Needham. It's not too far away. And if you need to have some direction or if you want to purchase a work of art for my guest, check out his number. Call him 617-281-0910. So as we continue, let's take another look at this wonderful work. And this work, once again, is called Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Now, you're going to be having a gallery showing maybe sometime in the next 2 or 3 months in Miami.
Yep, sometime, I'm going down to Miami on Tuesday. And basically, I'm going down there and I'm trying to rent a space and put up my pieces. And like I said, just invite people, invite the public to come in and see what I do. So sometime in the next month or two, I should be having a gallery showing down there. And like I said, you can check back on my website. And I'll have all the updates on any places that my paintings can be viewed or any kind of projects I have going on my website, www.tylerparish.org.
Now, what's the title of this work of art?
That, I call that Rosebud. That reminds me of, it's got the colors of a rose. It's got the green and the light green of fresh, fresh growth, and then it's got the pink. But if you see, it's got the light pink crack running down, almost like a rosebud about to burst open,
Now, who inspired you when you were a kid?
I'd say a lot of people, when I was growing up, when I was going to school, my art teacher was very influential in my career,
What was her name?
Her name was Kate Richardson. She always, she was probably my favorite teacher in high school. She always gave me the kind of space where I could come and create and listen to my music, and she was one of those teachers that dealt with her students like they were at the same level, not like they were, not looking down on them. And she was a very good lady.
And Kate Richardson was one of your big fans, but who else was one of your big fans?
And I have a lot of them. Everybody in my family has been very supportive of me. One of my close friends, Matt, he's been very helpful in helping me get my career going, and just he's very good with the visual side of things, with helping me take the pictures and get set up for the paintings and stuff like that. And
What's Matt's last name?
Matt Courier.
Matt Courier?
Yep, Matthew Courier.
I see. Where did you meet him?
I met him through my brother. He was a friend of my brother's, and we just kind of hit it off. We became friends, and he knows that I was doing my art thing. And
was it here in Massachusetts?
In Boston, yes. Here in Boston.
You met Matt.
And
Cool.
he had
How long have you known him for?
About 4 or 5 years, and he's had a lot of great ideas with just how to get my stuff out there to the people. And me and him have since then started working on kind of an independent film. We're trying to. It's kind of making itself as it goes. Basically we're filming me from living in Boston and just the kind of life I have. It's more inclusive than just my artwork. It's got to do with my life and my disability and everything. It's just the way I live my life and my philosophies and my feelings and my family, everybody. And we're making a little, I don't know if you call it short film or independent film about it. And we're trying to capture me getting my first show, my first gallery show, and my first, wherever this windy road goes, like I'm trying to get my art out there to the world, and I'm not sure.
Yes, it starts off as a seed,
Yep.
and it becomes
Exactly.
a young growth, and then
Exactly.
it becomes a beautiful flower.
Yep, exactly.
Like this image here, which you call
I call that Rosebud.
Rosebud.
That's Rosebud, yep.
Rosebuddy. And how about this one here? Let's see what this one here is called.
That one's called Rush. That one reminds me of an avalanche or just a rush of water, something, just something rushing through something else, some kind of force, some kind of energy moving through the middle of it and leaving a trail, and whatever that might be, Like I said, I like to leave it up to the people who look at my paintings to tell me what they see and how it makes them feel,
Yes, and when a person sees this, they're stimulated to think about whatever it is that they want to think about.
Absolutely.
And but yet you also have things that are cleverly concealed. Is there
Absolutely.
anything in this particular painting that you cleverly conceal?
No, not so much
Not
in
all
this
your
one.
works are cleverly concealing something.
Not so much in this one. This one is just more about just showing color and texture and movement and force. Just the power of whatever that is moving through the middle with the rest of it going by.
And this is
really
called?
That one's called Thin Ice. That's one of my favorite pieces that I have. It's 2 feet by 2 feet. It's a perfect square, and it's hard to see in this picture right here, but there's cracks that run through the middle of that are about a ½ inch deep.
Yes. I see a woman I see a woman right in the center of it smiling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But You know, that's I call that one thin ice, and it's got black sand in it. It's got pieces of mica. It has little chips of glass in it.
Oh, you did a
And
great
then it's
job.
got a gel going over the top that cracks. So if you look at that in person, you know, it looks kind of like you had a puddle, and you dropped a pebble right in the middle of the puddle, and the ring started to go out to the edge, and then you flash froze it with the ring still there, you know. And
Fascinating.
And it cracked, yeah.
Tyler Parrish, abstract artist. Folks, if you want to check out his website, go to www.tylerparrish.org. Or, if you want to see something in real life, check out something at Quintessential Decor at 932 Great Plain Avenue, Needham, Mass. You want to talk with Tyler about doing some work in his house for you, or to come to your house and to do work in there on your walls, to do a mural, call him at 617-281-0910, and Tyler would be most certainly
Absolutely.
happy to meet you and to radiate love and sunshine in your life.
Absolutely.
Hey, folks,
And
we're here today celebrating Tyler Parrish's life. Tyler, can you tell us something about the deepest feelings you have about, you know, the world today?
about the world today, I'll tell you what, it's definitely chaotic, you know, and like I said before, you know, if there's one thing you can learn from nature, it's that life is balanced. You know, there's the good and the bad, there's the light and the dark. You know, it's what makes the world. You know, the exchange of opposites. And right now, it seems like the world in general is going through the darker side of things, or maybe just you know, I believe in energy. You know, I believe what you put out there comes back to you, and if you're not taking care of the earth's not going to take care of you, you know. And if you're not taking care of other people aren't going to take care of you. And if you want to change the world, you got to start in yourself, you know. And you have to take that essence from yourself and carry it with you. And if everybody in the world does it, the world would change instantaneously, you know. And but if we keep on this path that we're on, or that some of the people that we follow are on, you know, then you know, things could get more ugly before they get more beautiful, you know.
Thank you, Tyler Parrish. Sunshine all around the world. Thanks you, folks. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
And he'll be coming back soon. Once he comes back from Miami, we're going to have another great show.
Yeah, and I invite any of your viewers to check out my website. If you have any questions about my artwork, about how to get in touch with me, any questions about me personally, or any projects that I might be doing, if you're interested in my artwork, then please, you know, 617-281-0910. I'll be glad to talk with any of you, and I'd love to share my artwork with anybody interested, you know.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure, too. We're off the air.
Okay.
Okay, now I get your tape right here. Oh,